Dragon Ball has one of the most fiercest, most chaotic, and most insanely powerful women that I have ever seen in any anime franchise. And not gonna lie, they do be coming in different packages. In this video, as you have read the title, I will be ranking every female warrior accordingly from the weakest to the strongest. Number 10. Videl. First time seeing Videl, you would assume that she is just an ordinary, average college student, but it turns out that her life is not so normal. Turns out that she is none other than the daughter of Mr. Satan. Hercule is someone who is known as the world's martial arts champion and Earth's protector. Oddly enough, he is actually pretty strong. Well, at least when not compared to crazy space aliens who can blow up planets. Against normal humans, he is definitely pretty strong. Now back to the topic at hand regarding Videl. When she is not too busy pleasing Gohan, we see her save a group of elderly people from a group of criminals. Ain't gonna lie, she's probably one of the bravest women that I have ever seen. Check her out take on a group of gun-wielding muffers with just her strength and skills alone. I think it's no secret to us that she is now stronger than her father. Additionally, she can fly, unlike her father.
Wow, look at her go. That girl's something else.
In her fight against Popovich, she literally kicks his head so hard that it turns around 180 degrees, which normally should kill a man. Unfortunately, we all know what happened after that. This mafia beat the out of Videl. I don't know what Gohan was doing, but I would have beat the M out of Blood's face if I caught him doing that to my woman, tournament or not. Other than that, 10th place goes to Videl. On 9th place, we have Fasha. Not gonna lie, I forgot that she existed. I always saw her as the girl who always had a thing for Bardock, but Gine took the W before her. But with her being a Saiyan already, we know that she is ruthless and is a skilled fighter, and also has a tail that she wraps around her waist. With this, we know that she has the ability to transform into a great ape, which multiplies her power to a whole new different level. We really don't know much about her, except that in Xenoverse 2, Bardock states that she has a fiery temper, which made her wild in battle. According to him, she was much more reliable than the average warrior scum, indicating that he thought of her highly as a warrior. There isn't anything much to be said about Fasha, so on number 9, we have the Saiyan Fasha. Ribrianne makes it on this list, whose real name is Brienne de Chatel. I did not really know how to pronounce her name. Y'all can tell me in the comments below if I said it right. Ribrianne is an individual who believes in power and the strength of love, who participated in the Tournament of Power, so she could win the Super Dragon Balls to make her a goddess of love for all the other universes. In her team with 2 other girls, Rosie and Kakunza, it seems that she was the strongest and mostly annoying to deal with. Hey, not gonna lie, in her normal form she do be looking fine as hell. These 3 girls had transformations.
Happiness to one and all. I send you my love. Transformation complete.
Ain't gonna make y'all watch through all of that. These transformations made them stronger and faster, obviously, but Ribrianne's most notable moment in the Tournament of Power was in her fight against Android 80, where she was able to transform herself into a super giant form of herself. Unfortunately for her, Android 18's love for Krillin was too powerful for her, and she ended up getting knocked out of the tournament. I respect Universe 2, man, I really do, because even though they were about to get erased, they stuck to their love stuff until the very end, without actually changing. So on number 8, we have Ribrianne de Chatel. On number 7, we have Cocotte. This is also someone we do not know much of, but apparently she is really strong. Initially, I was gonna put her on Ribrianne's spot, but then realized that Cocotte is from Universe 11, so she must be strong, right? From the top of my head, the only thing I can remember about her is that she was able to make an impenetrable force field, but Android 18 knocked her out by simply throwing her out with her force field. It seems that she specializes in trapping her opponents in what she calls her Cocotte zone, which was seen when she trapped Kale in it when she tried to save Caulifla, with her barrier being able to withstand a combined attack from Kale and Caulifla. I guess you could say that She takes the saying of the best defense is the best offense saying to a whole new level. Cocotte is 7th place. I know, most of y'all expected females like Android 21 and Toa to be on this list, but no. Well, this is because one of them is from Dragonball FighterZ and the other is from Dragonball Heroes.
It's impossible, even if you are a Saiyan.
I know. There are very few willing to train as intensely as I did to achieve this kind of power.
How sad to work so hard for so little.
Sad for you!
At number 6, we have the lovely Android 18. This woman is definitely my personal favorite female character. She can be a ruthless warrior while also having a sweet and caring side. She was introduced to us in the Android saga with her twin brother by Future Trunks as monsters who destroyed his future. Future Android 18 and 17 were really dangerous and displayed to us how powerful they can be when they killed Future Gohan. But that is not our 18. Ours, she's more human. That's honestly the only way I can define her for y'all. More notable battles that we have seen her participate in was in her fight against the Prince Vegeta. She was smart enough to avoid Vegeta's attacks until he got weakened and countered accordingly, which cost Vegeta his arm, by the way. That's right, this blonde has more than just good looks. She's just as capable as a fighter. No wonder they chose her for the Tournament of Power to represent Universe 7. She not only took out a lot of powerful opponents there, but in the anime, she saved Android 17's life in the Tournament of Power, which he later on became the winner of the whole thing. With great skills and intuition like that, she definitely makes it on this list. On 6th place, we have Android 18. We have made it to the halfway mark of this video, and on number 5 we have the Saint Caulifla. Caulifla is a saint from Universe 6 who I have covered in my previous video. Caulifla is mainly on this list because of her lineage. What I mean is that she has access to the power of the Super Saiyan. As I have mentioned before, she is a fast learner and adapts quickly in battle. This female warrior was quickly able to keep up with Son Goku. I guess her time as a leader of a gang of Saiyan criminals has paid off in some ways. She definitely knows how to fight. Her having access to the Super Saiyan doesn't mean that she deserves to be on the spot or to get such a high ranking on this list. I mean, we did see Android 18 easily lay waste to one. What makes her able to get the spot on this list was her ability to quickly take it to the next level and attain Super Saiyan 2 with ease, which is still till this day insane, because not gonna lie, some of these Universe 6 characters, it felt like they were just getting buffed for no reason or explanation at all, bruh, except the assassin head. This muffa is goated. So on 5th place, we have the Saiyan from Universe 6, Caulifla. This one might shock some of y'all, because on number 4 we have the West Supreme Kai. Supreme Kai and Dragon Ball are basically like the gods of creation. With creation existing, so does destruction. So why is the West Supreme Kai on this list? Well, she was actually stronger than she looks. What I recall about her is that she actually fought against Kid Buu, not necessarily saying that she's stronger because she fought against this unpredictable menace that eventually took her life. Much like the rest of her peers, she is stated to be stronger than Shin, and strong enough to defeat Frieza. This is before his resurrection, by the way. This is another character I do not have much to say about, but what I have gathered is that she was a fast character and her special ability was the Sacred Light Bullet. Other than the claim that she can take on Frieza, there's no other reason that would make her put her in this position. Regardless of that, 4th place goes to the West Supreme Kai. Upon reflection, I probably should have switched the spot around with Caulifla's. And on 3rd place, we have her sister figure Kale, who is also from Universe 6. Our shy and timid Kale is also another character that I have covered in my previous video, and she makes it on the number 3 spot because her abilities far outclasses Caulifla's. While these two are able to reach insane heights of power when they fuse into Kefla. Kale was introduced to us as a shy character who felt as if she is a useless and weak individual. She had low self-esteem issues about herself and felt like she just gets in everyone's way. However, in her berserker form, she is the exact opposite. In her legendary state, she becomes more thirsty for battle and quickly became a problem for everyone in the Tournament of Power. She was later on able to control this power, which led to her reaching even newer heights of power. After she was able to control her powers, in this form, even Goku himself began to even take Kale seriously and quickly recognized her to be more of a threat than Caulifla. This is something I want Broly to also achieve at some point. Both the sisters had the determination to never give up and quickly proved to us that they both deserve such high rankings on the list. Third place goes to Kale from Universe 6. On number 2, we have the God of Destruction of Universe 2, Heles. Heles, being the God of Destruction of Universe 2, already proves that she deserves to be on this list. The title of God of Destruction is given to mortals with an immense power and do not have to be of a divine race to become one. Although despite their immense power, these powerful individuals are capable of dying, either from battle or, if you wanna take the easy way out, you can just kill their Supreme Kai. To think that day we almost lost Lord Beerus is wild. This woman despises anything that is ugly, but has shown to have great respect for Goku. In fact, she actually finds him to be quite handsome as well. If you read the manga, you should know that her main weapon for fighting is a bow and arrow. And in the manga, Heles got damaged by Belmon's energy cards, but was able to pierce Liquia's arm with her bow and arrow. But unfortunately, at the end of the match, she was one of the defeated destroyers, as only Quintella and Beerus were left standing. She may have lost the battle, but she is still a destroyer. So on second place, we have the God of Destruction of Universe 2, Heles. And on number 1, we have Vados. With Vados being born an angel and of divinity, this means that she should have complete mastery of Ultra Instinct. Vados is not only strong, but it is said that she possesses greater destructive power than of her brother Whis. The only thing Whis might have an upper hand against her with is speed. It was also stated by Vegeta that Vados walks leaving no openings for attack, stating that she must be at least as strong as Whis. Though being a calm and composed individual, Vados, she is definitely the strongest being in Universe 6. These are some of the noticeable things that Vados has done that prove her title as the strongest female warrior. Vados was able to destroy an entire planet from a distance by just tapping her staff. She was shown to be strong enough to carry 6 Super Dragonballs at once, which are the size of planets. And in the manga, she was unaffected by Rumishi's battle roar, which could stun a God of Destruction and knock out a Supreme Kai. And in the Tournament of Power, she was able to observe Dispo's movements with full clarity, whereas Champa could not. The ultimate character of this list has been revealed. And on number 1, we have Vados. Alright everybody, hope you all enjoyed this video. And on my next video, I want to start giving y'all shoutouts to the first 3 commenters. I am doing this because I want to start somewhat communicating with y'all. So don't forget to subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one.